We did it, right?
You did?
Yeah, we did
Ah.
leek and potato soup. And what we did was we got a pound of potatoes and a pound of leeks. Now, when you're buying leeks, buy small ones like this with not too much green on the end, because otherwise you're paying for extra weight if you buy it with all that on it. And then all you do is wash them, chop them up, peel the potatoes naturally.
I love leeks, my Welsh national emblem.
Is it? I know, you've told me that before. And then also, you put into there a tablespoon of butter.
Yes.
Put the potatoes and leeks in, just do them around, cover them,
Yes.
and soften them for about 8 minutes.
Yes.
Right? Not too high heat. All right, Pete, we'll be with you in a minute. Then, what do you do with it after you've done that? Now, what we did, Peter's using chicken wings, and we boiled them up in some water, kept the water, 3 cups of it, and added a chicken stock cube. You pour that in over the potatoes and leeks, cover it again, simmer it gently for 20 minutes until they're soft. Take them out, put them in a blender or food processor, put them back into here until it's nice and creamy. And then also, too, we add to that a cup of milk. Now, if you haven't got a blender, you don't have to worry, because you can actually mash it with a masher.
Ooh, lumpy
it won't
leeks.
be a bit lumpy,
Love
but
it.
the taste's still the same,
And can
darling.
you use margarine instead of butter?
Yes, you could if you want to. Now, a little bit of black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, because it's always nice. A little bit of salt. We don't like to put too much in, because you've got the stock cube, remember, and you can always add more later on. And finally, to give it this extra zest, a little bit of freshly grated nutmeg.
Oh, how lovely.
Now, when that's all back into the pot again, after you've blended it, just bring that gently to a simmer, and that's all you do, and it's ready. And, would you believe, that cost us £1.04.
Oh, well done, Di.
Camera space, could I please,
Oh,
please,
yes,
please?
carry it
I had
back,
some of the,
of
I had
course.
some of the bunch to
Yes,
do.
yes.
What do you call it? The allowance.
Yes.
And I'm doing here chicken and vegetable pie.
Yes.
So I took the meat off David's wings. And there was exactly 1 pound of wings, and that was 12. So as you can see,
Lot of
quite a lot
chicken.
there. Lot of onions. I chopped
Yes.
up 1 large onion, 4 stalks of celery, 2 large carrots.
Yeah.
I've got here 2 tablespoons of butter, fresh butter. Can add a little garlic to that if you want. That's up to you. But sweat these for about 5 minutes. Then add to it, which I've got here, I've used half a can of drained sweet corn, because that's already pre-cooked. Fold that in. And then something that I didn't want Nosy over there to know about, I borrowed a tablespoon of mild curry from a neighbour. Saves on the money. And then add that, just boost it up. Don't have to use that if you don't want to. A chicken's cube broken up, a dessert spoon of corn flour, and I mix that with 1/3 of a cup of very good Welsh water.
Oh, good.
Mix that round. Then I would add the chicken into this, because the chicken is pre-cooked. Then, of course, into the pie, because I wanted this to be cold. Now, if you'd like to just... David, you've got an egg there for Nerith?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you'd just like to break that into that barrel for me. And then just a little water with that. Oh, got familiar habits. I've seen that done before. Just beat that up, because we're as a brush to glaze that. Now, I cut some little leaves here. Now, also something we're using here, I'm using a puff pastry.
Yes.
You can either buy it in those blocks or in those wonderful sheets, which are so easy to do. Just brush it all over, liberally.
Right. Liberally.
You've never painted a house. Oh, Lord. But if you were using puff pastry, one of the things when you've done this pie, pop it in the oven for a couple of hours.
Yes.
Then do it again. Fridge. Thank you so much, Mr. Bach, as you call him. And then, no, could I put the leaves on first, dear? Have you done a pie ever in your life? I put a little vent in to let some of the steam out. That helps them brush those again. Then put it in the fridge for a couple of hours.
Yes.
Rebrush it with egg again, because it gives you a lovely glaze. And then put it in the oven, and then the reaction between the cold pastry and the cold pastry and the heat of the oven bursts the pastry, and you get a lovely puff, just like this one here. Now, that would go in the oven normally, or not normally, at the right place. I'll read this to you, get it accurately. 220 degrees Celsius, 425 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas 7 for 10 minutes. Lower the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas now for 20 minutes, and you come out, hopefully, with a result like that. And may I show you this? And I came up with that, and still money to go home with.
Oh, no, you haven't got money to go home with. Come here, because we're going to do this dessert. Now, that's finished there, but what we did, it's very, very simple.
Yes.
We got 2 packets of orange jelly.
Yes.
Half a Swiss roll, which we cut into 4 slices.
Swiss roll?
And 1 large orange. Now, we put the Swiss roll into 4 dishes.
Yes.
And then we did the juice of the orange over the Swiss roll pieces so that it soaks into them.
Nice
Get
and
a nice
orangey.
flavour.
Lovely.
Yeah, cuts down the richness. When the jelly has cooled down, pour that over them like that.
Yes.
Put them in the fridge to set. And then all we did with our cream was just whipped up a little bit of cream, put it over, and then grated some orange rind on the top, and that's it.
Yummy.
And that cost £1.23 1/2.
Well done, Leek.
So how much does it all cost
wonderful.
altogether?
Do you realise you've come 5p under budget? £3.95.
Well, why don't we take this to the table?
Good idea. Yummy.
Look out, look out, look out, look out.
Oh, that smells delicious.
That
Piping
is so...
hot.
That is so hot.
Yummy.
Now, I'll just dish up a quarter of the shell up for you. Oh, look, it's nearly melting the knife, it's so hot. I'll tell you a trick here with the pie. If you serve it like this, so many people serve a pie with the...
with the crust
with the, by a spoon. But if you take the first lot of pastry off and then take that quarter, you see, they don't get too much that way too, and then you just place, very carefully like that, place the crust, using your fingers of course, on the top like that, and you get the first serving looking nice, you see.
Yes, this is a good idea because for just under £4, there's 4 large bowls of soup there, and there's another 4 still in the pot that you can freeze for later day. You've got 4 big pieces of pie with all the vegetables in, and then 4 gorgeous desserts, and that's enough for anybody, I think.
Well done, boys.
And healthy.
And healthy. And don't worry about the details, because it's all in Bazaar Extra, which I prepared earlier. And we'll give you the address at the end of the programme.
Oh, look, and only a 17p stamp.
And when we say a large envelope, we mean a large envelope. What's that noise?
Practical.
Innovative.
Oh, you're